Hey, what's going on everybody? Mqzuba here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a Grixis Control slash Grixis Superfriends deck for standard best of one. So, I really love the Grixis color combination. I think Nicol Bolas is freaking sick. So, in today's video, after the bans, we're going to see how Grixis holds up in the current meta. The reason I'm going with the Superfriends version is because one, who doesn't love slamming walkers turn after turn? And two, we have access to Interplanar Beacon, as well as some awesome 5, 6, and even lower end walkers. So we'll start with the deck. We have a Wish board because best of one. We'll take a look at the board real quick. Duress, Red Cap Melee, the Cage, quick 1-mana interactions. We have our counter spells and Aether Gusts. Some more interaction here at the 2-drop spot in black. Ashiok, Exile Grave, Jace, win the game in case you're out of cards. Another board wipe. Thought Distortion can become really powerful in control mirrors. Ugin to, well, in case you need a second one, and Mass Manipulation. If you have Sarkon, I'd put him in. I don't have one. I'm not going to craft it for this. I don't think we're going to fetch him that often. I think if we get to the point where we need to fetch Sarkon, we are already winning. So, yeah, this is what I'm working with. We have a split between Heartless Act and Angrath's Rampage. Rampage is slightly harder to cast, and it is a sorcery, but being able to wipe out a Planeswalker and an artifact is super relevant. There's a lot of Teamer adventures going around, so being able to blow up their Clover on 2 can be super important. 2 Thought Erasures, it is a little slow, but we're Grixis. Attacking the hand is kind of what we do also. So I like 2 Thought Erasures, they've been okay so far. Start with the walkers, 4 Narset. One of the other 3-mana walkers from War of the Spark that we have left, or I should say relevant 3-mana walkers from War of the Spark. Y'all know Narset, she's pretty good. Bone Crusher Giant, as you've been hearing a lot, is a super relevant card now. It's a great curve 2 to 3 in case you don't hit anything else. It helps us stay alive, it's a good blocker. So yeah, actually big fan of Bone Crusher Giant. Bedevil. Bedevil is really hard to cast in this deck. The beacons make it so that, they don't produce mana for Bedevil, but again, I thought the artifact and Planeswalker clause is relevant enough to include 1 copy of it. If you're blowing up a important artifact or like another Ugin, then it is definitely worth the 3-mana investment. So just 1, you can curve out into it, or it's just a solid removal spell in the late game. We have 2 Master of Time, just as a good curve filler. It's another walker for us. Gain some life off the beacon, card selection. It's been really good at distracting the opponent. Like, you don't want to discard these cards very much because you don't have an Elspeth Conqueror's Death. But a lot of people go after this, you stay alive for longer. I'm actually a pretty big fan of this card in the deck. Got some Extinction Events, wipe the board, stay alive, get some Exile in there. On 5 we have 3 Bolas and 1 Ashiok just to mix it up a little bit. You all know these cards, especially Bolas. Super good, lots of fun, can also be a win con. And at 6 we have Liliana as our walker. I'm looking at 2 Lilianas and 1 Chandra in the 6th spot. Chandra can't be countered, but I feel like Liliana is a better takeover, as it can, quote unquote wipe the board with the sack 2 and then become a card advantage engine. Ugin, you gotta play 1 in a walker deck at least, a control walker deck, super powerful, and 2 Shark Typhoons. 2's been okay. It helps you make a big shark in the late game. You can cycle it in the early game to make sure you hit land. And speaking of land, we have 26 of them, of all types of Grixis-y nonsense. A couple basics, only 2 passage. The beacons, all the shock lands, and some temples, because if you look at the deck, the highest casting costs are blue, here, and black for like Bolas or Bedevil and stuff like that. So yeah, deck list will be in the description below, and let's get into some games. Alright, we have all our colors, so we keep. This is the exact situation I was talking about, where unless we draw a different, or a black source, you'll not be able to cast Bedevil on 3. Oh yeah, and that's our black source. So the mana is shaping up quite nicely. Swamp, yeah. So that means we want to cast the Fae on 2. And I'm gonna shock in the steam vents for 2 reasons. One, if we draw Narset, I can play her. 2, it sets us up for if we want to play Devil next turn. Scorpion Vessel. Extinction Event is looking nice and juicy. I will play the tapped land and pass. I don't think we are going to use the Bedevil. I think that if he plays something, we're just going to end up Extinction Eventing it. Well, if it's even, then like, y'all know. Embrace. Okay. Let's see what he goes in for. I can take a chump. Yeah, I think I take the chump block. And I'll eat 5. Or, not chump block, just the free block. Grow the Knight, that's fine. Play out the land. Call. Odd. This is one of these situations where Extinction Event is way better than Ritual of Sit. No reason to attack. We're not winning by attacking with a Fae of Wishes anyways. Awesome, cool. What you got? Draws off the Lochthwain? Oh, if that's your play, then... Okay. Play this tapped. Pass the turn. Hold up a Devil. May probably slam Liliana next turn. Okay, Freebooter. I mean, Freebooter is kind of bad in this situation because he has to take... Well, if he takes Liliana, I just Bedevil it. But I mean, I guess it forces me to Bedevil it. I mean, he can take Bedevil. But yeah, then I just slam Liliana next turn. And if he plays another creature, Liliana minus is like fine. I guess getting rid of the Fae isn't ideal, but it's also like it doesn't hurt me too much. And I can bounce this to, you know, put it back in my hand. Oh, Embrace. Okay. Sure. I mean, I can just go for Narset, see what I find, chump it, and then sack with Liliana next turn. I think I like that. Dig. Oh, that's a lot of... Those are a lot of goodies. So I can grab the Rampage, play it, force him to get rid of the Freebooter, or I can just grab Nikki B, which I think is the play. 2 huge walkers into a bunch of black dorks isn't going to, is pretty solid. Draws again off the castle. That's aggressive. Oof, you hate to see it. And that's the concession. Yeah, there was no chance he was coming back from that. Alright, well, no blue, so and 2 walkers, 2 lands. Definitely have to mulligan this. Okay. This is better. This is better. Let's drop off. Well, double Extinction Event shouldn't be needed, right? Nor should triple Narset. Okay. Am I gonna look like an idiot for keeping 2 Narsets instead of the Extinction Events? I'm gonna keep that land just because I can start gaining life. Okay. Forest, do nothing. I have had a fairly rough spree of games not hitting any red mana into... Oh, he kept this? That's really slow. Okay. I mean, my hand wasn't the fastest, but... So, this doesn't actually deal with the Harbinger. but I think it's okay in the matchup, so we'll grab it. Well, thing is, I think having like this beat anything I want to can be important. So I'll shock in here. Uh-huh. Okay. Let's go. Double beacon. And that's a questing beast. So the real question is, where do you send your Harbinger? Both face. Nope. Both at Teferi. So I'm gonna blank this and make him decide what he's gonna eat with Questing Beast. Finishes off Teferi. That's pretty jokes. So here I can play another Narset, and then Heartless Act. Yeah, I think that's fine. Here, we'll tap. We will tap properly. Here, this will make blue. Doesn't really matter. And we'll cast Narset, holding open double dual color lands. And that's how it's done, boys. What do we find? Hello. That is a next turn thing that we can do. Hold open Heartless Act. So the fact that he kept a hand without any 1-drops or 2-drops makes me believe he is stacked with stuff like maybe another Questing Beast, Yorvos, maybe Vivian's or Garrick's, like what green top end stuff. Yep, I really did. I did put him in kind of an awkward spot here. Like, there it is.
I am Scala's vengeance, and I'm coming for you next.
So if we can find a Rampage, that'd be pretty nice. Distributes counters there. Yep, no doubt. I mean, it's already hexproof from black, so can't exactly. Yeah, no surprise that goes there. Let's see, okay. I can save this and Liliana eat both of them. I think that just might be worth 4 life. So, sure. Like, it might not have been, but he's out of mana. Sure, he gets a proc, but that, like, it's okay. Alright. Troll. Let's go. Gain some life. Oh yeah, this match is far from over. He can play Troll and then do the whole Vivian thing to blow it up. Blow up my Liliana. Unless he wants to ultimate his own Vivian. He doesn't. He doesn't attack Liliana with the other Vivian, I mean.
Stomping time.
Oi. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that play. Kind of don't want that to happen. Trying to hold up all my colors here, just have my options. Yep. Call even. Thank you. Okay. We will play the let the zombie out. And play the passage. I think we grab a red source. Excuse me. I think we grab a red source because we want to be able to have the option of double spelling in red. Yeah, you can eat my grave, but it's not going to do anything. See, there's no point in Heartless acting here, because then he just has counters on him. Because he can eat in response. Yep. Well. Okay, so I can remove 3 counters from target creature. And he can gain 1 in response, and then... Yeah, okay. Well, so much for Liliana. She did good work, though. Okay. We will fetch on end phase. Second red source. Bone Crusher. Okay. Let's play out. Sorry, the Master of Time. Let's see what we hit. This Vivian is starting to become a problem. Okay. So I can. Oh, what can I do here? I can attack here. He blocks. But if he doesn't block, I stomp it. I think I do have to get rid of the Vivian. I think that's important. Yep. So I can Bone Crusher Giant in response, and this goes up. Well, it trades for the ooze, which I think is fine. Just paving a path to the Vivian. It's sort of awkward, but it works. Yeah, sorry man, there's nothing else to eat in my grave that'll buff your Mqzuba. So there, unless he cares about the 1 life, there's no point in eating the... Yeah, eats my yard, like the Planeswalkers.
Conquer me so easily.
And let's see if he can keep finding them. Play this to be able to Heartless act anything he does. And I'm in a, like, I'm not in a bad spot, but I'm not in an amazing spot either. If I didn't hit any land for the rest of the game, I'd be feeling very good about myself. Okay, distributes counters. This is where we go. Destroy target creature with no counters. And I will do this. It's kind of like milling ourselves, but it buffs my own loyalty. Yeah. And we go here. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That is exactly the type of thing I was looking for. Thank you. I'll hit him with the nice back. Absolutely ripping Mqzuba. And that's the game. I told you guys, that Vivian was the only thing really keeping him in it. Okay, well this hand is unplayable. Double Beacon really screwing us over. Yep, opponent also on the mulligan. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Taking 2 mulligans? Yeah, I'm thinking about it, man. So I need a blue source to be able to cast the Narset. I am 2 different lands away off casting the Bedevil. But I do think that, well, I have to, I already have a bunch of 3s. Maybe the correct play was to bottom the Liliana, but put on a multi 5. Yep. Okay, that's good. Land, land, land. Let's go. We will grab the blue source. Okay. I am not going to play that on 2. Our opponent does not look like they're on an aggro thing. Yeah. So, Narset. The Rampage can be pretty good, but this can also be pretty good to help us find land. I think it's a Teferi. It's a good curve filler on 4, helps us find land, and opponent doesn't want anything to do with that. Alright. So this is a curve. I'm not mad at this. The Bone Crusher Giant really demonstrating how the 2 and 3 can become super useful. We keep a land, I'm not complaining there. Opponent on adventures. See, this is where the Angrath's Rampage on 2. This is the exact situation I'm talking about. Sadly, we don't have it here. But y'all see what I'm on about. That's a good interaction. Hold up the giant. That's why we don't shock in. Or play a tap land, sorry. Deep thoughts. No reason to play anything. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna play my tapped mana. Sego. We're both pretty grindy decks. But I do feel like I can grind harder. Reg. Okay. I respect a good Regisaur Slam. It's a shame I run a lot of removal. Alright. Let's see if we can find removal that's less specific. Okay. Well, I think does that mean I can drop one of these off? I think it does. Okay. Opponent starts ditching stuff off the Reggie. You'll love to see it. Okay, what's it gonna be? Face or Teferi? Oh, that sort of forces my hand, doesn't it? We'll phase you. The beast doing its thing. Okay. That's it's a lot of Bone Crusher Giants. Okay. I actually think, well, Bolus can be good, but if he's gonna generate all these spawn things, Bolus isn't great. The Bolus can pick off a Regisaur. I think it actually is a second Bone Crusher Giant. And an event for even. I think my bigger walkers like Liliana and Ugin are gonna have to do some heavier lifting. Like the Bone Crusher Giants are good in slower aggro matchups, and I still have one to pick off an Innkeeper. This is sort of like Golgari aggro with an adventure core. Okay, so this is what I was talking about in the intro. It takes up so much time, like so much of the opponent's time. He wasted 2 Regisaur attacks on it. Like that's 14 damage that the Teferi soaked up, leaving us at a very healthy 21. And if his okay, Foulmire Knight. Draw 2. Replenish those lost resources. Okay. See, if he hadn't played the Knight, I would have gone for the Bolus. But right here we can just go for a good old Liliana.
The undead make great minions.
Eat 2 creatures.
Battle to the grave.
Let's go. What do you have? Because I have lots of planeswalkers that are very happy. There's the innkeeper, okay. Alright, that's also okay. Passage, yep. Cracks now. Does that mean he has use for the mana? It might. Okay, that switched priority really quick, so he probably doesn't. I will start with a stomp here. Nothing. Nice. Fuck in. Cast out Bolus. Okay. Blow up the Lovestruck Beast and start making tokens.
Effective.
Let's go. We're not out of the woods yet. Yep, double innkeeper. That's another one. Pretty good. What do you have? Okay. So let's plus Bolus first. See what he exiles. Okay, and that's 8th land, so like you gotta do it. It's so dirty. We'll get double blue. And we can just go for 3. Guys, misplay, lost the zombie. Nah, not even. Let's go.
Like a fun new toy.
Oh. What's it gonna be? How are you gonna take on my walkers? Murderous Rider's pretty good with the Clover. Gets to take out 2 of them. And I'm willing to bet this deck does run it. Order Midnight. Get some nice value. It's a good one. Draws more cards off the File Miner Knight. File Miner Knight, sure. Okay. Let's go for this first. Fae. What are you going to get rid of? Clover. Or Clover.
My intellect is
Let's see what you're working with in the hand. Well, those are cards. I don't like this. That lets you eat my planeswalkers. Go here. Take the zombie.
my greatest creation.
Let's see what we got. Okay. So this will give 2 loyalty counters. How much is my bolus at? 3. No. So Elder Spell doesn't win us the game. This can hilariously blow up a Innkeeper. If I don't, well, actually, this blows up an Innkeeper at instant speed. This straight up sets an Innkeeper back. So that's definitely the play. Because the way he gets back into it is he plays Innkeeper into the adventure creatures. I mean, I can rush Bolus ultimate with it by plussing 2 as if I was using Ugin's ability. If I do that as a 2-turn clock, because I can summon the Fae, just ditch some cards, get the Elder Spell back. Then again, he's dead to the zombies in 2 turns, so... You know, I'm just thinking about my options. Opponent is deep in the tank. And he finds the Rider. Okay. Resolve. Oh, he drew it right off the top, yep. Ugin gone. Hurts. Well, he does take 4, so I can gust and put it on top. How is that? How does that line up? Probably not worth my gust. I kind of would have preferred if he blew one of my Lilianas. Yeah, no, we'll send you back. That's kind of why I fetched it. Uh-huh. Okay. Attack in. Let's see if he wants to block. He does. I'll draw the card. Just land. Get some of this. Some of this. And we'll hold the land to discard to the Fae of Wishes. Let's go. Innkeeper. Rider. Perfect. Oh, actually, if I just minus the Liliana, he's dead, so... Yep. That's a little anticlimactic.
Let's reduce the battle to shambles.
Yeah. So, he has to sacrifice his 2 creatures, and then I just attack him for 5 with the Bone Crusher and the Fae. Alright. So, I have a Scry, Shark. Yeah, we'll keep it. How bad can it be, right? Land on the top, make it easy for me. Well, I'm not going to say no to a land. It's not red, but it's a land. Ooh, turn 1 Duress. Okay. So what am I facing? Fuck, okay. He's looking at the Heartless Act. And the short. Well, he's looking at all his options except for Liliana. Takes the Heartless Act. So, play out the beacon, pass the turn. Eidolon, yep. Knight. So let's try to hit red mana. Or an extinction event, anything along these lines. So, no mana. Nice. Do I play the... I think I play the Nurse set. We'll attack it, but like...
Focus and discipline are just the trick for this.
And we will grab Shark Typhoon. Well, there was mana on top, none of it red. Reggie! Goes after Narsa, and that's what I was worried about. Okay. So I don't want to cycle this now, it gives him the target for enchantment removal, and I do need to chump the Regisaur somehow. I think, yeah, not giving him the draw like off that is more important. All face, all day. Excuse me. Passage, let's go. No, we would have hit the land, but it's okay. So now the card we're looking for is Extinction Event. Absolutely snipes this board. Second Regisaur. Alright, he's all in. Extinction Event. No Extinction Event. Should really have a Ritualist sit in the sideboard. Huh. Oh, how do I not die? This is 14, 15. This is 18 total damage. I'll be at 1. If I play this, let's go get a red source. Yep. And I think I play a 1/4 and I eat the knight. Do it now so he doesn't have any mana to pump into it. Okay. Uh-huh. Throw that under the Regisaur bus. Yep. That lifelink. Oh, Freebooter doesn't exactly do it. I wonder if he takes Liliana or Narset. Oh, come on, no chance you're actually taking Thought Erasure. Don't even tease me like that.
You are a mighty warrior. I concede.
And, like, absolute pros, we hit the Extinction Event. Easiest thing I've had to do in my life. All skill. Oh. So almost
I was not prepared for this.
fourth of the deck. Alright. Well, I can Thought Erasure. This isn't getting any better, so. What you got? Heartless Act. No, we need land, and now I'm in a swell spot. He's getting 2 cards a turn, but if he does, that's all his mana. Third Regisaur. So that's not ideal. Uh-huh. Play this out, hold up the Heartless Act. Let's go. Uh-huh. What you got off the castle? Yeah, I'll do this now. Destroy a creature with no counters on it. And Bolus. Gain the life. Blow this up.
Again, I am Death's master.
I should have attacked, but no reason not, like, there's no reason not to. But I also don't get super punished if I don't. Double Beacon means any walker I play is just gonna give me that sweet, sweet life. Not hitting any shock lines. Like, it feels good not to have to shock, but also it feels really weird to be able to, like, have this awkward mana if I'm not casting Planeswalkers. I think our opponent might be salty roping us. They do not like the top decks. Is this the rope? Well, this could take a while. Wonder if the opponent drew land. I mean, he knows he's not coming back from this because Bolas just starts exiling his land, so. And this is basically 4 life right here. Well, you guys saw it here. Just thin the deck enough and stay alive long enough. Look for board wipes. You'll be okay. I think this is actually the first time today that a Ritual of Soot would have been better. Put one in the wishboard. Trust me. Put one in the wishboard. Oh, he goes for the rankle. My bad, guys. I didn't realize that was such a tough decision.
I will return one day.
Okay. Just because I know the mana's not going to tap.
My focus is on that. Hone your prowess.
Well, these are cards. He can strap up the rankle, but I'll probably just chump it. No, I probably would have put the embrace on it, which does make it more susceptible to removal, but what can you do? Yeah, that's why. Oh, my friend, you have Tilt started misplaying this game so hard. Uh-huh.
Meditate and prepare.
What's your favorite card, bro? Yeah, guy should have conceded last 2-3 turns ago. Well, all in all, GG. Alright guys, we are back. So, this deck was a lot of fun to play and pilot. It had its fair number of successes. If we lost, it was mostly due to mana. Like, bad mana has been the bane of Grixis and Standard since last rotation, with all the check lands being gone. But yeah, this deck is really cool. I recommend you guys give it a shot. Some stuff I'd work on is I'd put some Ritual of Soots. The main board Extinction Events were good. Maybe I'd cut it 3-1 with Ritual, but I definitely put one in the Wish board. I found myself wanting to fetch Ritual a bunch of times, like Storm's Wrath just not doing it against stuff like Regisaur. And I might want to trim down on like difficult casting cost cards like Angrath's Rampage, Thought Erasure, or Bedevil. Or if you decide to keep these in, maybe swap out Interplanar Beacon. This deck is very greedy. You notice that as you play it. If everything goes okay to well, you're gonna end up in a good spot. But if something doesn't go well, like you open with too many like 6, 5, or 8 mana Planeswalkers and not enough land, or not enough land of the right colors and stuff like that, like you guys saw I had to mulligan the double Beacon opener. But yeah, I think Grixis has quite a bit of potential. I'd love to keep exploring it, maybe go less of a super friendly route, more of a pure control-y route. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think. Deck list will be in the description down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.